Good morning. So, yearly service on the motorbike today. Over to Wheels at Peterborough. A little bit chilly, a little bit damp, but not too bad. Still using my winter gloves, new mirrors. Fucking potholes everywhere, good old UK roads. So, this is the Aprilia Tuono V411 and factory second yearly service. Doesn't really need it, but because I've got it on a service plan and finance, I'm allowed to do so many miles a year, and the service plan is the same amount of miles, or every 12 months. We're currently at 12 months, so take her over, get her looked at, and get her all ready for the season. So testing a couple of new things on today's ride. So we got new foldable mirrors, because it can be a little bit tight getting out the driveway. There's my next door neighbour parks in the drive. She does leave room, it can be a little bit. And also got a thing, an item called a cool cover over my seat, made by a company called, right in the road there, made by a company called Cool Covers. It's like a anti-fatigue cooling seat cover. I'll show when I get to Wheels in Peterborough. I'll show you. I must admit, it's a bit slippy, but that's not a bad thing for getting yourself off the seat, you know. But the cooling, yeah, blowing through the sort of mesh. Check that. So, you know, anybody who knows these bikes knows that if you don't get the back section where the cover for the pillion seat goes on correctly, they have a tendency to blow off. I just thought to myself, and check one. But yeah, back to the cool cover. Yeah, my backside is getting quite a lot of airflow between my arse and the seat. Quite cool. I don't know whether you'd want to use this thing in the winter, because I think you might end up with frostbite in your butt cheeks. But in the summer, I can definitely see it having some decent advantages. About 68 quid, I think, for the one for my bike. And they do them for lots of other bikes. If you go onto the interweb and put in Cool Covers, motorcycle Cool Covers, they are a UK based company, and like I say, about 68 quid I think I paid for mine. And can't really say about the fatigue on my arse cheeks at the moment, but cooling wise, yeah, definitely can feel it doing its job. So stay tuned for an update on whether it stops your arse hurting. What are you doing in your Maserati? You staying there? Good lad, well done. You stay there. Fucking great big fucking ruts in the road. Let's get past this fucking lorry. The joys of riding a motorcycle. You don't have to wait too much for traffic. In fact, I could probably sneak past here, but I'll wait and pop past this guy. Not sure quite why we're going to the sidewalk. Getting some raindrops on my visor. Obviously there's going to be people out there that saying you're overtaking too closely. Now, in my opinion, if I can fit, I'm going through. I'm not causing any problems to anybody. I'm not causing people to swerve to give me space. This lorry driver's come over. Thank you very much. Always make sure you thank people when they do move over for you. If not, They don't, like this bloke. Make your own lane. Gotta say, I do love Aprilias. I've had, the first one I ever had was a 2008 V-twin. Wasn't overly enthralled by that, but mainly because I'd come from inline fours and then went to a V-twin. It was a bit much of a change. No, not enough time there. A bit much of a change going from the inline Hayabusa, inline four, to 1000 V-twin. Fantastic bike, just not a bike for me. So I then at that point had the Gen 2 Hayabusa and the V-twin. Sold the Gen 2, Part X the V-twin in on a 2014 Aprilia Tuono V4. Absolutely loved it. Had that for a few years. Enjoyed it immensely. Then went on to 2017 Aprilia Tuono V4. Stay there, love. Loved that. But something just kept calling me. The RSV4, its bigger brother, just kept calling me, so I had one of those for about 18 months, I suppose. Absolutely amazing bike, but being 2 years off of 50 didn't really do me any favours for going out and enjoying a long ride. So 21, or was it 20? Yeah, 21, end of 21. Chop that in against the 21 Tuono V4, and so far the only thing that's really turning my head away from the V4 Tuono is the Ducati V4 Street Fighter. That's just one sexy looking motorcycle, and it's probably where I'll go for the next one. I don't know, it depends what Aprilia brings out. I've got this one now for got 33 monthly payments left on this one, so whatever that equates to yearly thing, 24, yeah, so just under 2 years, and then I'll decide whether I'm going to keep this baby or go for a, which will be something like a 2024, 2025 I suppose, model of this, depending on what changes they've made, because they don't seem to make huge amounts of big changes to the Aprilias. But yeah, I must admit I keep looking at the Ducati V4 Street Fighter. But a lot of the write-ups say it's an amazing bike, and it's an amazing all-rounder bike, but everybody that seems to review them alongside the Tuono V4 actually seem to all like the Tuono V4. I must admit, Ducati kind of sort of did a bad thing in my books, making the Ducati V4 sound like a V-twin. To me, a V4 has a very distinctive tone, very distinctive noise, and they've come away from that, which I totally understand. They're known for their V-twins, so they want it to sound like what people recognise. Whereas now Aprilia are known for this V4 wailing fucking banshee fucking thing that they produce, because that's about the only way you can describe it. It is It is a Banshee. I do ride with the baffle in. I've got a Pipeworks can on, running the up map tuning from Garbo Racing. But I do run with a baffle in because I always ride with earplugs, but I still find without the baffle this thing it's just too much. It's alright if you're going out for a quick black with your mates on a Sunday for an hour, but if you want to do some miles, it just grates and grates, that constant noise, and you can't ride these Aprilias with a race can on of any description and get a sweet spot, shall we say, for noise. You know, I'm sort of currently cruising at just over 50 mile an hour, and without the baffle in, that would be fucking horrendous. It would be just sitting there going Bah! So yeah, that was 6th gear, no down change, and we're up to above what is legal for the road, shall we say, already. But that's the thing about these V4s. You become a very lazy rider, especially with the auto blipper. You know, it's just laziness. And like I say, I'm not a fast rider. I'm not fucking pushing this hard today. You know, I'm probably upshifting around about 6.5, 7,000 RPM, and this thing red lines at 12.5. You know, it's UK road fucking states, and you know, UK laws. You're lucky if you get this thing anywhere close to being up to the top end of its rev range. Yeah, I'm currently 5th gear, 56 mile an hour, about 4,000 RPM, and you know, I don't need to dump this down. If I wanted, you know, if I had the opportunity to get past this BMW and that, which I think is a Range Rover or Land Rover in front, I could just screw on the throttle and it would go. You know, there'd be no. In fact, I could take probably all 4 vehicles in front. But I also am aware that coming up is a central reservation of bollards and traffic lights, so I'm not going to sort of be silly and go papping past these vehicles to be then hanging on the brakes because of the traffic lights. But like I say, I've had 2 Hayabusas, a Gen 1 full power 2000, you know, that thing was phenomenal. I had a Gen 2, absolutely amazing bike as well, you know, power all the way through the fucking rev ranges on both of those bikes. So they just are powerhouses, you know, 100% power wherever you want it. This Aprilia V4 engine, and there's probably going to be people comment on this and say, oh, I'm talking crap, but this is just more engaging. This puts a grin on your face. Yeah, this thing makes me nervous. I tend, when I get nervous, I tend to get like a nervous cough when I'm nervous about something. Every time I get on this bike, I start getting that nervous cough, and it's not because I'm scared of it. It's just enjoyment and nervous enjoyment of I'm going out on this bike and I'm gonna listen to that exhaust tone and do stuff like this without, yeah, that was 4th gear, 60 mile an hour. ideal for. Yeah, no down change, nothing. It was just opening the throttle and going. So yeah, if you've ever contemplated getting one of these bikes, or even just test riding one, then I wholeheartedly recommend you do. Just get on one and test it. You know, the RSV4 is another level, but this thing is so usable. Right, let's have a bit of music for a while. He says. Alright. Great. Wires you've got. Yeah. Ooh. Right, okay, so as you saw there, Mr. Plod is trying to help a broken down car and block the road and telling everybody to go round the roundabout, which is great if you know where the fuck you are. No, I don't. So I'm now trying to get to Peterborough. Oh shit, that's a speed bump. On roads I really haven't got a fucking clue how to get to Peterborough from. I'll try not to fucking jump the speed bump again. So yeah, stay tuned. Ooh, shit, the fucking bed. Thank you, Mr. Plod. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on! No, turn off! For some reason this fucking thing won't move back because there's a load of shit in the road. So this is good, thank you Pod. I now know how not to get to Peterborough. Do not come this way. The bike's now covered in shit. Thanks to Mr. Plod and his fucking heroics trying to save the fucking stranded car driver. Right, gonna go back down this fucking road which already had the fucking arse end slipping and twisting on. Because currently I don't know how to get to fucking Peterborough. And I bet I'll go back to that roundabout and Mr. Plod's opened it again. Careful here, because this is where the arse end twitched. And I had an arse clenching fucking moment. There we go. The fucking bike's going to need a fucking good clean when I get back. Right. So. Fucking speed bumps. How the fuck do I get to Peterborough without firing up my twat now? Not obviously this way. Speed bump. Speed bumps. Fucking hell. I don't quite know why this little village has so many speed bumps for something that is technically a fucking dead end. But hey ho. Right, let's go back to the fucking roundabout and see if Mr. Plod is letting cars through yet. Fuck knows. Mr. Plod, please let me through to Peterborough. Because I don't know how else to get there. Obviously I didn't want to go against Mr. Plod waving people round the roundabout because I don't want Mr. Plod giving me a bollocking. You watch, it'll be open now. Yeah, look, fucking typical. Telling everybody to fucking go round the roundabout, but he's fucked off now. Cunt. Fucking police. All because this fucking bell end's broke down. Hello, mate. Stay there in your mini. Well done. Right. Okay. So we're back on course. We are now heading to Peterborough. I know where I am now, so let's have a bit more music.
Not sure what's going on here. Look at this fucking prick sitting hard up against the fucking line. Yeah. Looks like there's blue lights up ahead. Probably that same fucking copper that closed the road a minute ago. Closing it again. He's obviously got a fetish for closing the road today. Look at this fucking moron. Yeah, it is the same copper that just closed the road back down there. You know, you're getting old and the policemen look like fucking kids. Something my old man used to say. I don't fucking agree with it, to be honest. That fucking copper there looks like a fucking teenager. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, so we'll just all sit here for about a fucking week while you let everybody come through. I'm still waving them. Oh, I'm only trying to keep the person who's broken down in that car safe. I don't understand that, but you know, maybe get a tow rope on it and tow the vehicle. Would be better. Take less time. Whack a tow rope on the vehicle, tow it out down the road a bit to a fucking lay-by or a gateway. Get it out the fucking road, and then Mr. Policeman can go about their business. And no problem. There's a fucking lot of plot about today. A lot of plot about. Super amount of no indication going on. So this is Peterborough. Just about to jump onto the Peterborough Ring Road. As you can see, it's a 60 mile an hour speed limit, and there is a bug in my helmet. Get out. There is average speed cameras on this road, but unlucky for them, they haven't thought about motorcycles. Got probably the biggest motorcycle shop in the in the area in Peterborough, Wheels Peterborough. Thank you very much. If you want to sponsor, that'd be great. But they put forward-facing speed cameras on this section of the road. What do motorcycles not have on the front? Answers in a box to the Highways Agency are a bunch of numpties.com.uk. Come on in your lorry. Go on in, go on in, go on in. Oh, fuck me, we're into a 40. Ah! Typically, just where we go from 60 to 70, and there's a lovely big sweeping bend. We've gone into a 40 mile an hour speed limit. Past this lorry, so if he needs to come over, he can. So, question. There is a speed limit as a motorcycle rider. Do you stick to it? Or do you tend to always be slightly over it? Answers on the postcard too. Fuck the UK government and their speeding limits. Another motorcycle place there, Triumph Yamaha, Webb's Motorcycles in Peterborough. If you like Yamahas and Triumphs, just literally where we just come over the intersection there is where the famous TikTok Peterborough graffiti tunnel is. Depending on what time we get out of Wheels and if we've still got any daylight, we'll have a look at that, get some pictures. Okay, so not far now. So if you do come to the TikTok graffiti tunnel, Peterborough, literally just over the road is Webb's Peterborough Motorcycles, and literally 5 minutes maximum up the road, if that, is Wheels at Peterborough, which are Honda, Kawasaki, Motor Guzzi, Aprilia, and I think that's about it. Oh, and they have the Zeros, the electric bikes, and they also do service work and repair work. And just down the road from Wheels at Peterborough is a great place, very much an old school type bike shop called Bikes and Trikes and Stuff, owned by a guy called Jason. They very, very much old school, very much affiliated to the red and white. If you know what red and white means, you know what I'm on about. But great bunch of guys, know what they're doing. Also do parts and service and used bike sales at the sort of more affordable end of the range, I suppose, compared to Wheels. But yeah, so yeah, if you're ever in the area looking at, and there's a nice cafe at Wheels called the Riders Cafe, which I'm reliably informed is open till 3 o'clock. So that's where I'll be going and having an all-day breakfast in the next few minutes. Let's get past all these fucking cages. Fucking so many people on the road. They should all be at work. Before you say it, yes, so should I. But I worked Sunday, so I've taken today off in lieu of that Sunday because I don't get paid overtime, and getting the bike serviced. All nice and freshly oiled and whatever, ready for going over to the Isle of Man at the end of May and crunching some miles on it as well this year. All stay there, you fuckers. You fuckers! Delivery driver. Keep putting my main beam on with these fucking great big gloves. So I'm 63 miles over me what I should have been. In fact, not. I'm actually well under what I should be, but the finance agreement has got so many miles a year I'm allowed to do for the 4 years that I've got the finance over. So yeah, I'm 64 miles over that, but that's not my fault. Wheels at Peterborough couldn't get me in till today, and I'm not sitting around at home going, oh, it's a lovely Saturday or a lovely Sunday, or I can't take my bike out because I'm nearly got to the mileage for the year. Well, in fact, fuck them. As long as I'm under the mileage that I stated when I come to sell, then it doesn't matter. One thing that I will say about these Aprilias, they don't like neutral. It can be a little bit temperamental going into neutral. Pardon me. And they're a little bit high in the saddle. I'm 5'8" with a 29-inch leg. Yeah, about that. And I'm sort of on the ball of my foot if I put both feet down. So, as you saw me earlier, struggling to get this thing to roll back because there were some twigs behind it. I have to do things like get off the bike and actually pull it back. I haven't got enough left in my legs to push. Where the hell are you going? No. Now, here we go. Wheels motorcycles. Fucking hell, great big bastard puddle in the corner there. Try not to go through that. Where's the service parking over there still? So this is Wheels at Peterborough. Get this popped into the service parking. Go. Get it into neutral. Come on. There we go. Look at that. Second time lucky. So that's it. That's my trip to Wheels at Peterborough. See you later.